tire chirping. There's nothing. Just
nope.
Power to the ground.
Yep.
What's up, guys? Jeebs here, along with my buddy Jacob. If you're an OG subscriber, you'll remember a while back he took my ST for a spin because he was wondering if he should get an ST or an RS. I think what I told you at the time was wait till you get some used RSs come down in price, and he ended up doing that. I personally, if there's any reason you should buy an ST over an RS, it's because you can't afford an RS. 100% think you should buy an RS. I kind of wish I would have waited, but now today we finally get to drive his 2016 RS, and it's the RS2 package. So, and the other nice thing about this is it's all stock minus this springs on it. Just springs?
Yeah, white line lowering springs.
White line lowering springs on it. He doesn't have the sunroof, but performance car saves weight. We'll take a quick look at the interior here. Extremely clean. And I, in this video, am going to break down a comparison to, you know, what it's like driving a Focus ST. I have the ST3 package compared to the fully loaded Focus RS. So if you're new to the channel, basically I've created over 100 videos on the Focus ST, so I'm going to have a really good perspective comparing one to the other. And if I were to get a Focus RS, this is the exact spec I would get it in. The upgraded forged wheels, stealth gray color. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really striking car, and it's an exotic color too. So it's not going to pop like the nitrous blue would, or like even the limited edition has that the red color. But I just think it's absolutely beautiful when you're standing beside it, and I hope you enjoy the review. One of the questions I constantly get asked on the channel is, I want your opinion on the RS compared to the ST, because I've never driven an RS. I still haven't. We will in a little bit, don't worry.
Oh, you will.
Yeah. So, and you were considering an ST before.
Yep,
so
yep.
What pushed you over the edge to go ahead and get the RS?
I always liked all-wheel drive. It's just a super cool thing to have. It makes it super practical and also really, really fun.
Yeah.
Also the power, and then driving the STs versus this, it just feels a little bit smoother, and I don't know, just more fun to drive for me.
Yeah, more power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, when you're buying a car like this, like, yeah, when I'm driving in my ST, it feels like a special car. It's fun to drive, but at the same time, not many people are paying attention. There's a little bit more flair that the RS has, and you really feel like you're in something special. You know people are looking at you. This is kind of like driving an STI or an Evo or anything like that. People know what it is, so it has more of an exotic appeal to it, but has the everyday capabilities that these all-wheel drive rally-inspired cars have. So, and just look at the stance of this. I mean, you can see the negative camber on the tires. The ST kind of has this as well, but with the 19-inch forged wheels, it looks even better. Really nice flush fitment. To show you how close this is, I mean, it's tight in there. It looks really good. And one of the things I always hear is the suspension in these is really tight. What is your? And you have springs.
Yeah, it's tight. It's still tight with the springs. I mean, if you're driving it for a long period of time, you kind of start to feel it, like it's tight. And I've had some other buddies in the car, like at work, going to lunch or something, and they're like, "Wow, this suspension's tight."
Yeah.
So.
But again, you get the performance.
Exactly, and it's purpose built.
Yeah.
So.
That's
kind of the thing.
That's what I always say. Like, why are you complaining? Like, just get a base Ford Focus then.
Yeah, right.
It'll be comfortable.
Yeah, pay the extra $4,000, get the KW DDCs on there, and then it'll be
great.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
It's only $4,000. I mean, everyone has $4,000. All right, so we've done enough talking and enough drone footage. I think it's time to jump in the RS, and we'll see my initial reactions to driving one.
It's a party.
Like I've said in many of my videos before, I've never driven a Focus RS, so these are my initial reactions to driving it. And Jacob, thanks again for letting me do this. I appreciate it. So I'm going to start off in normal mode. I'm going to go through all the modes just to see if I feel a difference in steering response, suspension, throttle response, all that stuff. So let's see how that goes.
Just don't crowd kill in drift mode.
I'm not going to drift.
That's a mode that the car has never seen before.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why? I'm not going to go to pavilions and slam it into a wall, so it's all good.
It's cool that you have it, though.
Yeah.
In case you ever need to drift.
Yeah. I've seen in some videos that during track racing and stuff, that instead of going into the track mode, that some guys will go into the drift mode instead. So kind of
I've seen that as well. I think they said something about the way the differentials are set up for the drift mode, that it's more free flowing on the track. I don't know. Okay, so the throws on this car, now I put the shift bushings into my ST, so it has more of a raw feeling when you're shifting. So I actually starting to remember how that felt as a stock car. The other thing I can say is the suspension is definitely tighter, but it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in a really purpose-built sports car, or hot hatch, I guess is what I should say. It feels really nice. And the way the seats are built, they're apparently the same seat. Like, they're the same shape, but the Alcantara feels more comfortable. You feel more planted in them.
And it just feels nice.
Yeah, it feels really nice to just rub and touch.
Yeah, right? You need something to do at a stoplight. Whatever, it's not even worth, you get the joke.
Yeah. So again, we're in normal mode right now. Hopefully we can get going a little bit more, and
we need to get off of this road that is definitely in Mexico.
Yeah, we're in Mexico, just to clarify that. Go right here.
Yeah, you guys know we're in Arizona, so Mexico is a short drive.
Very reasonable.
Yeah, a couple hours.
This thing's just fun. I mean, I'm not even really doing anything.
And you're in normal mode too.
Yeah, I'm in normal. So I just want to try to experience normal and get a feel for the car.
We might have to make a stop midway after you've driven in sport mode a little bit and disconnect this imposer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then because all it is just a cable in the back that I have to unplug.
Okay.
And then so all that like throatiness that you hear, that's the sound imposer. So once you disconnect that, it's really quiet in the cabin, and you can actually hear the exhaust a lot better.
Oh, nice. So. That's cool. Yeah, it is a quiet cabin. It's good. And these roads that we're on, they're city streets. They're not the smoothest.
Yeah, they're kind of trash, let's be honest about it.
Yeah, but again, the suspension, I just think it's one of those things that's overplayed. Like they find one thing in a car and they try to just keep saying it over and over.
Everybody says this car lives up to the hype, and they're like, "What, the suspension?" It's like,
it's like, well, what?
It's like, do you track the car? No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you found your issue.
Yeah. Wow, that power comes on nice.
It'll get on you.
And we just hit 18,000 miles.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Party.
You made it.
Am I in now?
Yes. You're legal. Your car's legal.
Yep, there we go.
So the other thing, there were 2 warranty recalls with the RS.
Correct.
Those were repaired before you fixed them. Do you remember what they were?
There was the head gasket issue, the big one where, billowing yellows, or not yellow, oh, that'd be awful, billowing white smoke out of the exhaust. And then there was also a transmission case leak, I believe it was. Okay. So yeah, both of those were fixed by the previous owner.
All right.
And then that was about $10,000 1,000 miles, I want to say that they were fixed. Something like that. I have all the paperwork. If you want exacts, I can get you exacts. But
no, but that's just good stuff to know for people that are looking into it to make sure those are fixed before they get their car and things like that.
Yep. I mean, if you do find one that doesn't have it fixed, which I would consider extremely rare, it's all covered under warranty. So they'll give you a loaner car and everything. So
yeah, this is just. Oh my God, I wish we were in the middle of a city right now.
Right. The other thing that you probably noticed from the ST is the clutch is heavier.
Wow, that power comes on heavy. Yeah, it is heavier. There's an R32 in front of us.
They're gonna get absolutely destroyed. Oh, there they go. Oh, come on. Get him.
Wait for the turbo to kick.
Not even a chance.
Alright, it's time to switch modes.
Yeah.
Alright, we're in sport now. Steering feels a little tighter.
Definitely.
Again, we're just on an interstate, so, we can't...
The throttle response is a lot, it's a significant change, too.
Yeah.
If you're in normal mode, and then you switch in... You hear the pops?
I heard the pops,
and then you switch into sport mode, exactly where your foot is, it'll rev up about...
Oh, okay.
About like 500 RPMs, 1,000 RPMs, where you're at.
So I've done that in an M car. The old M3 E46, when you hit the M button, it's like... You didn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Compared to my ST, and I think this is just a mental thing, but knowing that you have all-wheel drive gets you an insane amount of confidence that I don't deserve to have. But you know the car feels very planted in the way the power delivered. Yeah, we're going this. Oh, you're right. That throttle's way more responsive in sport mode.
Have fun. Fourth gear will take you all the way through this.
Yeah. Mexico.
Yes, definitely Mexico.
Oh my God.
That was only 65 gas, it's fine.
Yeah, 65. It's crazy what 65 feels like in this car. It feels so planted.
Oh my God, I've never been able to make the car slip.
Yeah, I mean, drift mode must feel crazy in this thing because I can't imagine it slipping. It feels very planted. The suspension feels. I like these bumps here.
Yeah, they can probably see us.
Yeah, suspension feels, again, purpose built. Like that's what this car is all about. Steering's tight, shifting is nice. It has it's like a rubbery feel when you're into gear. So I guess I understand now what those shift bushings do. But again, I don't know that shift bushing is like a necessary upgrade after my experience with them, but the throws are really nice. I think the RS comes with a short throw shifter, right? Or is there? Yeah, it does have the short throw. That's what I thought. Having all the different drive modes, and let's talk about the power delivery too, because there is some lag, but then when you get into that power band, I mean, this thing just goes. There's no end to its power.
And what's really nice is that it'll light up. There's a little RS light that you guys unfortunately won't get to see, most likely.
Where's it at?
In the tachometer over there.
Okay.
It'll light up a little yellow RS at the most optimal point for you to shift.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There's a lot of things to focus on.
Yeah. Focus jokes. One other thing we were just talking about off camera was his experience with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Again, mine's a 16, his is a 16. For some reason, the RS has...
East Southern Avenue.
His has that, and you were saying it's not that good. It's kind of...
Yeah, when I've used it, I don't know if it was user error or if it was app error, some weird sync thing, but I never got it to work exactly in a way where it was exactly efficient. The app would just close in and out on me, and it was just a pain. So I just use it regularly how it comes set up. The navigation's a little bit of a pain because you have to enter in the numbers by themselves. You can't just search like Carl's Jr. or something like that.
Well, you should be able to.
we'll have to try
Well,
to stop.
whatever.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
just wrong, and the specific thing that I searched it hated.
It's probably it.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do nav on your phone, it's glitchy putting it on this screen when you try.
Yeah, when you do it through like Android Auto and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't even say glitchy. I've never gotten it to work.
Oh wow.
So again, that could be user error. Take it with a grain of salt. Worth talking about.
Yeah. Another thing I'll say about the RS is, as I'm just driving it around town, is it's extremely, like, the throttle isn't like overdone. It's not hard to drive it slow. Like you can get on it and comfortably drive it. You're not going to be loud or anything like that.
Even in sport mode too, when the suspension's a little tight, it doesn't feel uncomfortable.
No. So now we're on a little bit more bumpy road, so let's put it into normal. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean you actually feel it.
Yep. Kind of
That is
wobble.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely a difference between the drive modes that you can feel, and when you see like the more professional videos done on the RS, they talk about that. But just a real life video, yes, you can absolutely feel that. And so now track mode's
harsh.
that's what I've heard.
Yep, it comes on with the even.
Oh my goodness.
That's just like the tar marks on the road too. And then you can actually switch off over there if you hold the stick on the left side of the wheel, right here.
Okay.
That'll turn it off. So
that's the
now
tough
it's-
suspension.
Yep. So now it should have the sport mode suspension, but the throttle response of track mode.
Awesome. Oh my god.
Brakes are real good too.
Yes. I think they're 4-piston Brembos up front.
That sounds right.
Yeah, this is just the control that you have. I mean, you could just weave in and out of traffic.
Yeah.
You could driving this car like an ass is extremely easy.
Yeah, extremely easy.
It may be the only way to drive it.
Yeah, according to my wife, yes.
Okay.
If you see this, babe, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this
She'll probably just laugh at me.
yeah. She just unsubscribed. This, oh my god. So we're gonna get onto some twisty roads here shortly, and that will really give me like a feel of how this car is. Again, the back is a lot more, this car is a lot more planted. Any all-wheel drive car is a lot more planted, whereas the ST, the back is playful. So when I go around a turn, it likes to swing out and move around. Now, you could put this in the drift mode and it would do that, and would be a lot more fun. But
Would it though?
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. The I would just say that the ST in comparison is more playful feeling, and this is more purpose-built feeling, if that helps at all. Let's talk about the interior. I touched on it a little bit earlier. There's slight upgrades over the ST. Obviously, seats are a big difference with the Alcantara. The seats in this are better than the ST. Some people may like all leather. I would much rather have Alcantara. Holds you in a little bit better. It's not as hot in the summer. Also, where your elbow rests is a leather patch, and up the side, just left of that, is also leather. Whereas in the ST, it's more of a cloth. So there are nuances that I like. What I do like on the ST over the RS is the carbon fiber trim, which they did do in the final edition. I think the RS should have had that.
I think they should have.
From day one. You can get those upgrades, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, it's almost not
like,
worth it.
eh.
If I was going to do any of them, I would do the
shift knob. Yeah, that shift knob is money.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it was when I saw it on I think it was on CJ Pony. It was
127.
Like I thought it was like 117 or something like that. That sounds right.
Yeah, so I just looked at that the other day, but yeah, it's in the 120s or whatever.
Isn't too bad.
No, because it has nice weight to it. Yep. It's a Ford Performance part.
And if you park in the sun, your hand doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, that's the weird
That's
part.
my thing.
I thought that was going to be like really hot in the sun. It's not. The carbon fiber somehow is not.
Yeah, it's
burning
nice.
hot, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, interior overall obviously very similar, and that was one of the reasons that I didn't jump on getting an RS, is because it's such a similar car on the interior. Now, driving this thing, completely different. For me, if I'm gonna spend money and buy a car and get a car payment again, like my car's paid off, it's really nice not having a payment. if I'm going to do that, I want the car to be totally different. And that's why I was looking at like a BMW M2.
M2s are great though.
Yeah, and like the Civic Type R, but the problem with the Civic Type R is it's front wheel drive. Like, I need to get away from that.
Yeah. Really fast.
Really fast,
but
extremely fast. Like this and a Type R on a track, Type R wins every time. Unless it's like pouring down rain.
Every time.
Every single time, 100%.
Bet.
It's just
kidding, but
yeah, it's I don't know, all-wheel drive it's more fun. There's just you're a lot more planted. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of my things is there's a lot of confidence, like you were saying, that comes along with driving this car. Even just hopping in it like the first time that you've driven it, and other people,
yeah.
like even my my parents who haven't driven a manual in 20, 30 years.
Isn't it great how our parents all know how to drive manual?
Right? I took it over to my mom's and I was like, hey, you want to drive it? She's like, yep. Didn't even hesitate.
Just gets in.
Yep,
my
gets
mom,
in.
Same
boom,
thing.
Done. And I was like, cool, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom just hopped in. She's like, okay. She's like,
no, my mom drove it. She was kind of like gingerly. My stepdad got it. He was on it, dude. He just sent it. And I was like, that's what's up. All right, sweet.
Yeah, rated 4. Oh, those pops.
Beautiful, right?
Pop up.
And if we roll up to the top, I can disconnect that Simposer for you so you can check what that's like.
Oh my God.
Easy, right?
Dude, that is just so clean. The faster you go, the better the suspension feels.
Yeah, and going around those turns too, because it has like real torque vectoring.
Right. It's not brake vectoring.
Yep.
It uses the differential, which
and it totally pulls you right around those curves.
Yeah, I mean, the tires weren't even thinking of chirping. I could have taken that turn probably 30 miles an hour faster, if not more.
Yeah, and it was like you were riding the line too of like almost where the pavement ends, and still not even like an issue.
No.
Just still gripping even with like half the tire on.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just go at a nice pace.
You're in track still.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Let's get out of track. There's a little.
What do you want?
Just put it in sport. All right, so we're gonna take this stretch of road in sport mode. Track is. I didn't realize I was still in track. You don't want track on the road. Sport's all you need. I'm gonna take it easy on this road. I'm not as familiar with it, but. Spots.
Yeah, there totally are.
How do you feel in the past? Don't you hate being in the passenger
Oh, dude,
seat?
it's freaking me out a little bit.
I know, isn't it terrible?
Yeah,
like we're wrecking.
It's like I know the car too, but I know what it can do.
But you're not.
You're even going like kind of gingerly with it, as opposed to how I would drive it through here, and I'm still just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know. It's just uncomfortable.
So satisfying.
Fuck these rocks.
There you go.
Perfect. They didn't even know.
Hey guys,
I believe.
nothing going on here.
Yep, just driving our Ford.
Nice paint peeling.
Yeah. Must have just waxed it.
Oh god. Yeah, with sandpaper.
Yeah.
Oh hey dude. What's going on? Nothing sketchy going on.
It is a cop.
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah, that was an undercover.
Oh, it's so good. Keep it going. You can push a little bit more.
Right turn, 100 meters. Oh, the brakes. You can just stand on the brakes. Oh my goodness.
It stops on a dime, too.
Yes, it does.
Hey, dude. Woo! I was like, that's this real. Oh, what is this road?
Oh my god. Heaven is real. I still don't trust that guy.
No, not even a little bit.
No. My adrenaline, I'm like shaking right now. It's so fun. So Jacob's gonna go and pull the sound Simposer.
So all it is it's this little guy right back here. So there's a little clip, and you just pull him out, but my fat fingers. There you go. It's a little push clip.
That's
all it is. And we're just gonna tuck that up right back there, just for right now.
Nice.
That also comes with your things,
Yeah.
You want to pump up your tires and little things here and there.
So is this for like if you're in out in the wilderness, you just piss in this?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just threw those in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little
little touch. Yeah. See, little things like this are, I think manufacturers should think about that more. Because, like, we are going to, the person buying this car appreciates that.
Exactly.
That's good.
It's noticeably quieter when you're driving.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. There's no, like...
It's so much quieter in the cabin, too.
It is, yeah, the quieter part, yes. But even there's no tire chirping, there's nothing. Just power to the ground.
Yep.
That's crazy. See, that's totally different. Like with the ST, you know, with you being shifted back. Oh, what a turn that is.
Right.
I just blew. The power, you know, being shifted back, you feel the... Enough talking.
Please pause.
Please hold. This road feels so good.
Oh my god.
Oh, those brakes. This is, yeah. So,
I did a bad thing to Ben today.
you did, yeah.
Or Jeeps, sorry.
Jeep, yeah. Who?
Yes.
Yeah. This, if you're considering an RS and you're looking at an ST, here's my advice. Save your money and get the RS. Now, if the RS is just, you just can't do that, okay, ST is an amazing car, as you guys know. I made a million videos on it. I'm still happy with it.
It's easy to put power into. That's
yeah,
always
it
a good
is.
thing to call out.
Yeah.
If it's just the power, you can add power to an ST and make it really fun.
Oh, yeah.
But this, you can't get the way that the power goes to the ground with this.
Yeah, and you don't need to do anything further to it. You
can, though.
You could. Oh, well, that's the thing. You can take it up to 500 pretty easily.
What are these rocks?
I don't know. Just driving our Focus. My advice to you: you're looking to buy a car, or you're looking at the RS, you're looking at the STI, you're looking at an Evo, which Evo's kind of really old at this point.
My garage. You know what I like more than money? Reading books. Just mess around. So I ended up dividing this video into 2 parts. It was like going to be over 40 minutes long if I kept it as one. So sorry about that. It's just I wanted to make sure I included everything. So I'm going to divide it into 2 parts. That way it's a little more watchable in one sitting. I know it's tough to even watch a 10-minute video on YouTube. So excuse me for that, but stay tuned for part 2.